computer. There we go. Hello, 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 hello to all my brothers and sisters of the Opulence Lifestyle family. We, like every week, have gathered here today to go through the Forensic Networker Academy 38 mistakes networkers make that harms or ends their MLM career. Most of those mistakes, by the way, will not just affect networkers, but will affect normal business too. So if you run a business, you want to go through those 38 mistakes quite a few times and pick up things from it. I do so every week. And every time before we start, we go over the mistakes we've already done, just very, very quickly. And then we're going to continue with mistake 28 today. At the end of our 4 or 5 mistakes, we will open microphones and allow some of our brothers and sisters to make comments, to ask questions, and then we'll end up our call. So let us start and go very quickly over the first 27 mistakes that we already covered. First mistake, stop self-attacking yourself. That's a big one. Second mistake, refusing to evolve. Third mistake is having narcissistic or sociopath characteristics. Too much strategizing in our business. 4 mistakes. Mistake number 5, not using tools. Mistake number 6, the God syndrome. That's a big one. Any one of you that did not see any of those mistakes, you are welcome to go to YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel under Ronen Trifon, capital R-O-N-E-N, space, capital T-R-I-F-F-O-N, subscribe, go to my playlist, go to Forensic Lifestyle Training playlist, and you will find a recording of all those mistakes. Mistake 7, showing favoritism in our business. Mistake 8, time and focus management. Mastering your business or not mastering your business, mistake number 9. Mistake number 10, lack of generational leadership. Mistake 11, not using inventory and tools. Mistake 12, not having a promise list. Mistake 13, not connecting to an upline and a company. Mistake 14, prejudging. 15, having no commitment in your business. Mistake 16, having no professionalism in your business. Mistake 17, putting restrictions upon your business or your team members. Mistake 18, big one, lying, or you should say not telling the truth. That's a painful one. Mistake 19, not recognizing the power of shame and fear, both of what it does to us and what it does to our team members, partners. Mistake 20, becoming just a qualified upline instead of becoming a qualified upline and a qualified trainer. Mistake 21, not improving our communication skill on a daily basis. Mistake 22, enthusiasm wins over facts, which means the mistake is using too much facts, not enough enthusiasm. Mistake 23, not keeping it simple, complicating things. Mistake 24, not becoming a storyteller. Mistake 25, obviously, is bashing our industry in order to try and make our company better than others. Bad, bad mistake. Mistake 26, not controlling your environment. Because mistake number 7, obviously not having accountability and clarity with your business. Today, we are going to start with mistake 28. And I hope you all have your pens, your pads. I hope you have excitement. I hope you have focus, because we're about to start. So, mistake 28, post, join, follow up. I told you last week that this week there are 4 or 5 mistakes that are very important. This one is a big one. By the way, if my co-host Julia or my panelist can keep an eye on the chat and stop me if there is an important question or anything I should pay attention to, please do so, because I'm not reading the chats. Now, post, join, follow up. Okay, this is so, so important. We put so much effort into, one second, my mouse is driving me a bit crazy here. There we go. We put so much effort into bringing a partner, okay? And then we make the biggest mistake of not realizing how important the post, join, follow up with them, okay? Remember this, the day after our new partner launch, the following is happening. You see, their emotions go down, logic sets in. They come, they see a webinar, they see a presentation, they get all excited, their emotions are up. They see for the first time their chances to really get out of financial difficulty. They're high. Less than 24 hours later, emotions are gone, logic sets in. And once we start thinking with logic, the first thing that we lose is confidence. Lack of confidence attacks in after the first 24 hours. And then we have to also remember, they don't remember much. They will remember 3% to 15% of what they have seen in the presentation that got them all excited, right? And of course, after 24 hours, if we don't do a post-join follow-up with our new partner, most likely the next day, they are going to meet sunblocks. Now, what are sunblockers? Sunblockers are easy to recognize. As soon as a sunblocker gets out of a room, the sun will start shining. Okay, sunblockers are the ones that will always tell you you can't do it. Sunblockers are the ones that will always find the problem instead of the solution. Sunblockers are the ones that will always take with them people down into you cannot do mode instead of I can achieve everything mode. And those people, after 24 hours, our partners, brand new partner, they're going to meet sunblockers and they're going to steal their dreams. And more than that, they're going to go online and suddenly a lot of other people are going to hit them with other opportunities. Now they're confused, right? They're lost their emotion and believe in themselves. They lack confidence. They don't remember enough information to give them strength. Sunblockers coming, other opportunities coming. And then what will happen is we will get cancellations or chargebacks. If you don't conduct a post-join follow-up, you will most likely lose your candidates. My mouse is driving me crazy today. One second, let's see if this works better. Thank you. Okay, one sec. I'll see if I can get this way. Perfect. Okay, hopefully this will work better now. Now, remember, when you bring a new partner, a new brother, a new sister, a new, I don't like to call that child, but it's really like being a child going to first year in school. When we come in, we don't know anything. So the upline, the person that brought that partner, want to have an attitude that you move in with your new partner for 6 months after launch. That means for 6 months, you're going to take them by the hand, you're going to guide them. And you need to know, with me personally, everyone that I bring on board personally, I immediately do the 8 categories. I do the strategy for LD1. I tell them, give me 10 people, 5 on the right, 5 on the left, that we can talk to them together. And out of those 10, we're going to find your 2 LAs. And then we're going to focus in the first week on those 2 LAs and help them get their 2 LAs each, which means I don't just bring my partner. I bring my partner and make sure he makes LD1, if it's up to me, in the first week. And it's a matter of attitude. If that's what you expect, that's what they will expect, because they don't know any different. So if you lead them, you sit with them the next day. Remember, post, join, follow up the next day, first 24 hours. Before all of this stuff in the list is happening, You sit with them and you guide them and you tell them, this is what's going to happen. Now, with me, I sit there with my new person. I next to him when he's making the phone calls to his warm list. And I am there. And I always tell them, hey, if you get stuck, if they ask you a question you don't know how to answer, if they give you any attitude, I'm here next to you or on Zoom with you, right? So every time you feel stuck, all you need to do is say, wow, what a great question. I've got my partner sitting next to me. Let's see what he has to say. And I jump in and I will help them to come today or tomorrow to our Robo Recruiter 2 structure, right? I will get them tomorrow to lunch, show them, then in the evening, get them to a webinar, and after that, do a 3-way call, answer their objections, if any, and help them to join. I do that with my new partner and will not let go until they're LD1, okay? This is a big, big, big one. I've seen many, many people lose so many prospects to sun blockers, and because they won't survive 2-3 days. Okay. Once again, my mouse is challenging me and I do not know why. Okay, let's go to our next mistake. Mistake 29. Okay, mistake 29, again, a very, very big one. And if you all identify that mistake, it will help you so, so much. So it's all about focusing or not focusing, right? And when we focus, we need to remember what we're focusing on. So remember, always looking at the shiny objects instead of focusing on one company. So what are shiny objects? Shiny objects can be me coming into a company and focusing on only one product, right? Not seeing the whole idea, not seeing the whole company. And as I've explained it to many people, especially when you're talking about this particular first line, always looking at shiny objects instead of focusing on one company or what's in the company, I always say that, and I've made that mistake myself. I came to the last country I've opened, and I only did Fountain of Life. Now, let me explain how ridiculous that is. That is almost like me opening a supermarket, working very hard, promoting my supermarket, getting a customer or 10 customers in, which is the hard work, and then putting only Fountain of Life on the shelves. What have I just done? My customer that I've invested so much effort in bringing, he's going to come into my shop. He's going to take one bottle of Fountain of Life. He's going to pay for it. He's going to leave my shop, and then he's going to go and buy everything else he needs in other shops. Would it not be more smarter if I have 1,500 different products in 3 different industries and all my shelves are completely packed? So when I put an effort in bringing a customer, that customer is not going to come to my shop to buy one product. He's going to be exposed to everything I have in my shop. Maybe he won't buy everything on the first visit, but he might buy 2, 3, 4 different items, and he remembers, wow, I remember this bag, I remember those shoes, I remember, next time I'm going to come there, I'm going to buy those too, right? By that stage, they get some shopping credit, they get some opulence points, so remember, don't focus only on a shiny object because you have a remarkable product that you love. All of our products are at the highest level of science. All of our fashion products at the highest level of manufacturing. Focus on the company as one unit. Always remember, some people say grass always seems greener on the other side. That is nonsense. Grass is always greener where you water it and when you tend the land, right? So forget about grass seems greener on the other side. Don't even look at the other side. Just make sure you have the best grass because you water it, tender it, sing to it, right? And your grass will always, always be as green as it needs to be because we are not in competition with anybody else. And we don't care if there is more grass somewhere else. No, we care about make sure that our grass is the greenest we can bring it. And the way to do that, like any other gardener will tell you, water it, tend it, take the weeds out. Let me say this again, take the weeds out. Weeds can be some blockers in our life. Weeds can be certain people that should not be in our life because they are not helping us grow. They're not edifying us. They're not seeing the great in us. They actually choose to be sun blockers. I urge you, if you want your grass to be the greenest in your business, tender it, keep an eye on it, protect it, make sure there are no weeds ruining your garden. Okay? Now remember, after launch, opportunities appear everywhere, including your close cousin who never called you. Because what happened is when you made a decision to become a new partner, when you have invested in yourself, it's almost like you're opening the reflection towards the sky, the heaven, our creator. And then once we have done that, things are going to start coming. Opportunities that we cannot believe will appear. I have partners coming to me every week with different stories, and they are literally surprised and shocked with the responses of some people because they expect the worst and now they're getting good responses, but also people that did not come to their life before. Now, when they actually have a good vehicle, they start coming. So remember that it's after the launch. And remember to tell your new partner, now you launched, opportunities are going to start appearing everywhere. Okay? Remember the three phases of commitment with your new partner. And with us, it's the same. And it happens for everyone in this business. Remember, the first phase of commitment is commitment attempt. We come in brand new. We don't know anything. We don't have anything to compare to, right? So we don't really know if we can do it or not. That's why we attempt to do it. Commitment to attempt to do something. First phase. The next phase, because we're only attempting to do something, we are not yet fully engaged doing all the proper activities. We're not yet have massive belief in our industry, in our company, and in ourselves. So the second phase of commitment will always appear. And that is the quitting phase. We come in, we don't know if we can do it. We don't have enough belief. We didn't do enough action. So we try, attempt. And usually when we try things, we quit, right? The quitting phase. Now, our job as uplines is to always wait for the quitting phase, keep a close eye, and be there. Because if we are there, we can move many of our partners, instead of quitting, to the last phase of commitment, which is commitment commence, which is where we really are committed, and now we're commencing for real to build our business long term. We don't have doubts anymore. Can I do it? We know we can do it. It's just a matter of time and date. That is it. So remember those phases, because every one of your partners is going to go through them. Some people go through commitment attempt and quitting phase in their first month. Some people after the first year, some people 6 months. So be close. And that is why when we studied Mistake 28, it says when you have a new partner, move in with them for 6 months. Not literally go and live with them, but act like that. That means don't let a day go by without you at least saying good day. Lift them up. Tell them something inspiring, something of use. Tell them good night with a voice message. Be a part of their life in order to make sure that you're there to catch them on the quitting phase just before they quit. You need to know the best leaders that I've ever had were the ones that I managed to move from the quitting phase to commitment commence. And you need to know about me. I hit my quitting phase. Pay attention. I hit my quitting phase 3 months before Fountain of Life arrived. Not many people know this about me, but that was my quitting phase. Lucky for me, I had enough years experience and preparation for this mental moment that I've managed, I guess, with the help of Fountain of Life and with massive help of our CEO and owner and my LD4, Renee Liao and Reza Misgarlu. They helped me to move to commitment commence. And that's where I've started to do a lot more training. That's where I've started to go and open countries. This understanding of those 3 phases is vital, okay? Now remember, to win, you need longevity. If you are coming here to make $1 million over the weekend, you're wasting your time. This business is about longevity. This business is not about my skill. I can be the best in the world in something. I will not achieve success in this duplicatable business because it's not just about me succeeding. It's about me and all my partners succeeding. And as that machine starts growing, more and more and more people start hitting the 500 a week, the 1,000 a week. Now, longevity, my business will literally explode and will go bigger and bigger and bigger, not because of my own personal successes. You cannot succeed in this industry because of your own personal success. You can only succeed, as Zig Ziglar says, give enough people what they want, help enough people to achieve success, and you will have all the success in the world that you want. Big, big, big one, this one, longevity. Do not come into this business after 2 months and say to me things like, oh, nobody want to join me. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, I don't. No. Measure your business in 12 to 18 months. Do not measure your business in 2 months. No business in the world has ever succeeded in 2-3 months. No such thing. Okay, so remember, we are not here to come into a business and go ching, 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 and wow. No. No. We are here to do our daily activities, our method of operation. We are here to take the steps that in 6, 12, 18 months, we will have a very, very prosperous business. If you do not have longevity and you have short-term desires for success, you might as well go to a casino and hopefully you'll be very lucky, because most people in casinos lose money. They don't actually make money. Casinos are not there to pay people. They're there to make money. Okay? So remember, short-term desires, not a very good way for you to measure your business. If you measure it over 18 months, longevity, you will have a much more accurate picture of your abilities, the platform of the business abilities, the compensation plan abilities, and the remarkable product ability. Remember, it takes at least 90 days for someone to try skincare or Fountain of Life in order to get real, powerful, long-term results. So it's not possible for me to succeed in 1 month in a business that the products require 3 months, 6 months for people to literally fall in love with them, adopt them to their daily use. That is a big one. Please remember, always longevity in order to win. Now, to win, you need momentum. 3 phases of momentum. The first one is to start momentum from day one. As I said, get the one on the right, one on the left, get yourself to LD1 in a week, get your 2 partners to LD1 in their first week. That's a really fast starting momentum. Now, once you've created that momentum, a lot of people are going to be in the business fairly fast. The next phase is to know how to sustain that momentum, because creating the momentum is one thing, sustaining it is all about learning about leadership, how to edify and work closely with your other leaders in order to sustain the momentum you have created, which means I come in, I create my momentum LD1, LD2 in my first month, and then I take all my front leaders and make sure that they do their LD1, LD2 in their first month. Now I have created momentum and I am sustaining that momentum. Once it is sustained, I can then push more power, more webinars, more training, move to a larger scope of activity because now I have many, many leaders. And then I go into the last part of momentum, which is advancing forward. Okay? Create something, sustain it, and grow it again. And then sustain it and grow it again. Sustain it and grow it again. Okay? So those are the 3 stages of momentum. Now, let's go to mistake number 30. I just want to keep an eye on the watch here. See how we're doing. Yep, we're doing okay. Now, mistake 30. Not having ethics and morality in your business. Remember, a few big tips, okay? Cross-recruiting on departing a business. That is a bad one for having bad ethics and bad morality. When you come and you adopt a company and a company adopts you and you create a partnership, your loyalty should be totally to that company. For whatever reason, if you decided that you no longer belong there, don't move to somewhere else and start bringing other people that are very happy where they are to another company just because you want success. This is not about you. This is not about our agenda. This is not about our desires. This is about recognizing that every individual that ever joined us, every individual that ever came into our company has done so with a financial investment, with a mental investment. And the worst thing we can do is shake that by coming and telling them, my company, our company that we've been in 6 months, a year, 2 years, it's no longer good. Hey, I've moved to another company. Why don't you come with me? That is the worst. The worst you can do for other people, for the company that you were with, and the worst for yourself. Why? Because if you do it, it's your fastest way to end your MLM career. It's the fastest way for you to lose your reputation. Not only people most likely will not move with you, you might be able to take 5, maybe 10 people, but the rest, they will never trust you again. You will lose your reputation in the industry, not just with this company, something most people don't recognize and realize. I have seen this in the last 32 years of my life in the multi-level market industry. People go and they try and cross-recruit. Don't ever do it. Don't ever do it. It's the fastest way for you to shoot yourself in the leg, to destroy your reputation, to make enemies. It never works, by the way. I've seen so many people do that. It never works. The people that did go with them failed. They failed. It doesn't work. We call them multi-level market bandits. Why bandit? Because a bandit, when he comes and steals from you or hits your wagon, you know, in the Wild West, those are not people that are thinking about the good of the other. Those are people that only think about themselves. I want this so I can steal it. Bandits. Do not become an MLM bandit because, as I said, you will make enemies. It doesn't work. You lose your reputation. It will destroy your MLM career. And the worst, more than everything, is actually dream bandits. Those are the people that will steal your dreams. And remember, our dreams is what we convert into a promise. And our promises is what converts into action, and then with enough action, success. So if someone is stealing your dream, they've just destroyed the whole line. Don't ever allow anybody to steal your dreams. Your dreams is what moves you forward. It's what gives you passion. And that's why I always, excuse me, I might need some water. This is why I always say, if you're going to dream big. Because the worst thing that can happen is that you dream small and it will actually come true. It will come to life. So when you dream big, and never let dream bandits take those dreams away from you. Remember, if you come into a company, never mind which company, thank you very much, Julia. If you come into a company, come in with class and style and leave with class and style. Nothing wrong with leaving a company. Nothing wrong with identifying something that is more suitable for you. It's fine. But as you came in with class and style, leave with class and style. This is a very, very, very big mistake many people fall into. And I hope that by you learning this, sharing it with others, you will prevent so many other people from making that mistake and from destroying their chances with our remarkable, beautiful industry. Mistake number 31. That is if my mouse will work. There we go. What? Okay, we are in 31. Mistake 31, again, another big mistake. And I think that after 31, actually, let me think. We have 38. We want to get to at least 33. So next week, we will finish all the 38 ones. So we will continue a little bit more. Mistake 31, reinventing the wheel. That's a big one. I have made that mistake over and over and over again. Every company I came in, I looked at their presentation, I changed it. I looked at their duplicatable system, and Ronen created his own special system. It's a mistake. Let me tell you for sure today, after enough experience, it's a mistake. Why? It contradicts the company system. And the company system is the one that thousands, 10,000s, hundreds of thousands are going to use. So even if I make a better system, it's not duplicatable. It's only going to be duplicatable in my particular line, but everybody else in the company is going to do something different. So my people, okay, or my partners that are using something, eventually going to come to an event. They're going to talk to other leaders. And they're going to say, hey, wait a minute, why are we using this? This is not what the company is using. It is a horrible, horrible, horrible mistake. Do not reinvent the wheel. Do not contradict the company's system. Why? Because when confusion sets in, inactivity starts. And when there is a few systems, a few different tools, and the people are talking to this leader, and now they get half a system from here, a different tool from here, a video that someone made from here, they will get confused. They don't know eventually what to do every day. And when we are confused, inactivity starts. You cannot stop it. No activity, no income, game over. Don't compete with the company system. Add to it if you want. If you have something good, add to the system. If it works well for you, most people will duplicate that. But remember, new information is additional information. It is not a replacement. First, before you create any add-ons, first become a master in the system that your company has produced. Become a master in the prints and in the links. Become a master by knowing how to do a webinar, how to do a presentation for prospects. Become a master knowing how to work with your MO box. Become a master with your compensation plan. Become a master with everything the company provides as a system. And once you're there, if you have anything to add on, believe me, it will be welcomed and blessed. Not as replacement, but as additional information. Mistake number 32. Seriously, my mouse, I don't know what is going with it today. 1 second. Oh, there we go. So mistake 32, participation. Now, remember, this is a big one. Not participating is the biggest mistake that most sometimers do in our business. This is a business. You should treat it the same as any job you have, the same as if you open a pizza shop tomorrow, a bank, any form of business. There is no way that you're going to have a board meeting and you won't participate. There's no way you're going to have activity in your company or your job and you won't participate. Only in this funny industry of ours, because people come from an employee mindset. They never ran a business before. They think it's a hobby. Some of them think they bought a lottery ticket. Some of them think, oh, I paid $2,000. It's going to make money for me just by itself. Some people forget the name, network company. The word work, a part of it is participation. In what? Weekly events, especially when we do webinar for prospects, if you have prospects or if you don't have prospects. It's not negotiable. You should be on all your weekly events. The ones that are not are making a horrible mistake, which is going to be hard to get out of because they miss so much information. They lack motivation. That happens every time we all get together. Lack motivation, misinformation, confusion sets in, inactivity sets in. You see the circle of why so many people usually find themselves failing and not achieving what we are all wanting to achieve. And usually a small percentage achieves it. If you want to be in that small percentage, whatever percentage it will be, 5%, 10%, 15%, if you want to be a part of that, remember this one. Weekly events, non-negotiable. 20 to 25 hours of income generating activities per week, not negotiable. Anything else will create wrong duplication. You see, if you don't go to weekly events, your people won't go. If you don't put 20 to 25 hours of income generating activities, your people will not do that. So anything else but those two in the top is wrong duplication. Know the difference between part-time and sometime. In our industry, majority of people think that they are part-timers. They are not. They are sometimers. How do you distinguish between a part-time and a sometime? A sometime does the business around his life when he has time. Once every week, he might show a product or talk to someone in the elevator, but it's always around their life. A part-timer builds a calendar of 20 to 25 hours, and when he locked those hours, nothing in his life will interfere with those hours. Those are holy hours. Those are the most important. 8 categories of involvement chapter is a must for everyone that starts the business, and I recommend to go over it every 3 months. Identify your category. Make sure you are still in the category you want. Make sure you didn't fall into a sometime like I did many times in my life and still thought I was a part-timer. No, make sure that you work with MO Box. Make sure that you measure yourself daily with daily reports. Make sure that you accumulate those daily reports and you fill your weekly report so you get your monthly report properly, giving you a picture of your business, and you will never make the mistake of falling from part-time to sometime. Mistake number 33. That's a big one. Success dress code. It took me quite a few years to figure this one out, because you see, most people that know me, they know that I like to, I like to wear thongs and shorts and a t-shirt and you know, especially when you're in a tropical island like I do, you don't wear suits and ties. And I mean, you can see. On the other hand, and by the way, if I had a suit, a tie, even jeans or anything normal, I would have wore it for you. Unfortunately, I came for a 3-week holiday to this tropical island. I did not know that Corona will start, and I did not know that I'll be stuck here for 10 months without even shops to be able to buy normal clothes. So like, this is my suit, but please do not duplicate that. That's a very rare situation. It doesn't happen to most people that they cannot go and get themselves a nice shirt and a slack pants, right? But dress for success is a big deal. First of all, because when I put a suit, a tie, when I get my fairy stuff, I look in the mirror, I feel $1 million. I'm motivated. I feel good about myself. Okay. So dressing for success is not just for other people, it's also towards our own success. Inspiring others that want to be like you. If I am dressed to success, if I use, I mean, we are in the highest level of fashion in the world, right? So when I use my own products, the company's products, when I look $1 million, I will also affect other people, my prospect. They look at me and I will probably inspire them, right? To do what I do, dress for success. It's the easiest way to show lifestyle. Now you can all see Yulia in the background. Let me share with you why. She's probably ordering room service for us. We actually had to fly to Bangkok for me to pick my new passport. And now we're in a hotel, so we're gonna get some room service. Anybody want some room service, by the way? I would like a club sandwich world, please. Now, remember, showing respect for your company, tours, and to your colleagues. It's also about dress for success, right? Because it's 1, affects us, 2, affects our partners, and 3, it really shows that I have a lot of respect, both for myself, for my partners, but most important for the company that I represent. Remember, we are the marketing arm of the fastest growing fashion house in the world. We want to respect that. And dressing up, using our items, using fashion, using shoes from our own, that really, really gives a lot of respect to the company. First opportunity to evolve your candidate, okay? Remember, when they see me professional, especially if they know me and they see, wow, when he does opulence, he's looking sharp, right? The first thing happens to them is they start to think. By doing so, they're evolving because they understand the most important part. For things to change, first, we must change. Same goes for our new partner. Even for our prospect, when they see this in the beginning, they know in order for something to change, right, first we must change. If I'm going to take the same action in life, if I have a job and all I do is do my job and don't do anything else, why would my financial environment change? It's never going to change. It's always going to be whatever salary I'm getting. But if I change something in myself, in my mindset, open a business, eliminate the glass ceiling of financial life, right? Now I'm changing something with me, which is the only way for everything else to change. Remember, dressing for success, using a good dress code is also a change for many, many people. Because let's be honest, when we're sitting at home and we're doing home-based business, we're much rather sitting with a tracksuit or a pajama or whatever is comfortable for us. Please make that change. Make the change here, okay? If you make that change, everything else will change. Your prospects, the way the company treats you, the way you treat yourself, everything will change. It shows your candidate you are serious. It shows them you're professional. And I highly recommend for anyone that haven't read the chapter of Success Dress Code in the Forensic Lifestyle, if you haven't ordered it, you can get it online. Read it. It's a really, really, really good chapter. Okay, we have 5 minutes, and let me see number 34, 34, 35, 36, 37, and 38. I think we will leave the last 5 mistakes for next week. I think I'm going to stop the recording. We will open the microphones, and anyone that wants to add something, ask a question, share from their own experience, or just tell us a story, this will be a wonderful time to do that. And we will continue next week with mistake number 34, which talks about the mistake is not leading. And the reason I wanted to do this next week is because this mistake has stopped me from making $100,000 a month for many, many, many years. And I can tell you that it's only in the last few years that I've made the choice of starting to take leadership, because until then, I had this thing. I said, I don't want to be the leader. I want to develop leaders. That's a mistake. And we will learn about mistake 34 next week. I don't want to do it now because that's a big, big, important one. And it's a great one to start our next week training with mistake number 34, not leading. Okay. Now I'm going to stop the recording. If I can get my mouse to work. 1 second. And then I'm going to pass it to my co-host to help me. What's happening with this? Where's my mouse? Oh, there we go. So stop recording.